So, back for another week. We are just under 8 weeks out now. We were holding steady at that 34-ish 100 calories a day up until 2 days ago. And then we dropped down to about 2,900 calories. After the first day of that 2,900 calories, dropped a little bit. And then yesterday had a big drop. So dropped down to 227.8 this morning, which is about a little over 2 pound drop in one day, basically. And that's after doing legs yesterday, and I'm sore as shit from legs yesterday, so we probably actually are down even further than that at this point in time. So we're running low again today. We'll do another check-in tomorrow morning. If we have another big drop, I would imagine we'll probably end up doing a high day and or a free meal, which would be fun. I like free meals. So typically free meal, the last one that I just had not too long ago was made homemade burgers with beef bacon and sourdough buns my wife made and all sorts of stuff. So I typically don't go to a restaurant for it. I typically do it at home. Outside of that, we did change up the programming as well. So programming has changed just simply because I was starting to plateau on a lot of the movement patterns. Outside of that, the only thing I will say is my brain is definitely getting a little more erratic right now. I'm not able to keep my brain as focused, and also definitely can start to feel that we're getting lean now. So starting to kind of be a little bit more mentally taxing than what it was previously, but still can manage right now. Everything else is moving well. The new store is up and running and doing well. The staff's all good. Family-wise, the only other things are we had a bad storm that came through last week. Actually knocked out our power for about 28 hours, so that was fun. Ripped off some flashing off the house, moved the chicken coop about 3.5 feet. And so tonight, as long as I don't die in the 98 plus degree heat that we're supposed to have, plus whatever, as far as heat index goes, my plan is to actually build new fence for the chicken coop, move the chicken coop back, and then also start on the flashing that got ripped off the house. So that'll be another task that I'm doing today after we get through filming the workout, and then also I've got 3 meetings this afternoon before then. So that's the day. So today we have chest, shoulders, a little bit of triceps. Finished with an ab movement. Should be a pretty quick one. One of my stronger points being chest and shoulders. So we'll start with a fly, go into a pressing movement, quite a bit of like lateral style movements for the delts, and then triceps. Probably should talk about that. Let's talk waist trainers, because I get questions about waist trainers all the time. So, do I believe waist trainers are valuable in making your waist smaller? The answer would be no, not at all. We're using waist trainer more so that my brain, mentally I'm thinking about keeping my abs in tight all the time, rather than pushing out like I typically used to do. And it allows me to like mentally think about pulling my abs in at all times. So I'm using it more as a mental cue than I am actually like something that's gonna shrink my waist per se. It's more so just get my brain actually thinking about activating the abs.
What, 8 weeks out now?
8 weeks, just under 8 weeks. So by far the leanest and biggest I've ever been. So we're still 3 pounds above weight cap. So weight cap's 225. We still have a lot of tools left to use as far as supplementation wise and everything else. And just a lot of runway. So it'll be fun to see as we keep going here. Typically around this time, if my calories were this low in previous years, I get pretty flat and lose a lot of pop, and that's not the same this year. So it's pretty cool to see the amount of tissue that we've actually acquired and just how much fuller we're staying this time around. even while continuing to dig into body fat. So let's put some music on for this one. Put some Miley Cyrus on. Oh. 14, I'll take that. 2 up from last week, so not bad. We'll do a single arm dumbbell lateral raise, but they're 1 and 1/2 reps. So the weight's not gonna be crazy heavy on these. And it's more so about contraction at the top and actually controlling the weight. So you'll see I won't be swinging with these, but the load's not gonna be crazy heavy either. So this will probably be a different variation than most of you have ever seen, but it's a 45-degree lying side lateral raise. Super challenging. Definitely does not feel great for somebody who's had 2 shoulder surgeries, but it's a movement pattern that I'm not super strong in, which is why we're using it, because it's gonna allow me to get better activation, lower risk of injury. So, tricep push down. I like using a cuff rather than using like a handle or anything. Tend to get a little better pressure through the outside of my hand. So, it's typically why I'll use a cuff to do this. That way I don't have to think about grip as much, and I can just focus on contraction of that muscle tissue. And that's all she wrote. Easy enough there. So we'll knock out some posing quick. I'll take you guys shopping.
Your waist looks a lot
Tighter.
Yeah.
It's the biggest concern that I had after that abdominal surgery, but I actually think it helped. Now that, especially now that I'm actually getting ab control a lot better. And also obviously the amount of tissue that I put on everywhere else. That's
You actually got a lot smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. All right, let's go grocery shop. 64 grams of carbs, just kidding. All right, 20 grams. There we are. So, bowl of gains. I'll also use Professor Nuts on here in a minute. I'll show you that. And then in the fridge, I have Greek yogurt with pineapple. And then that also has some Splenda on there. Greek yogurt's non-fat, non-flavored Greek yogurt, so it tastes like trash unless you actually do something to it. So, and it was supposed to be berries, but I was out of berries, so I did pineapple instead. But same grams of carbs. So for those of you out there that are like, oh, do you follow exactly to a T as far as the nutrition goes? I am giving exactly what I'm supposed to eat, but I've done this long enough. I understand as long as the macros match and I'm still using the same food source, that's all I care about, is making sure that I'm actually taking in the same amount of caloric intake / macros and the same style of foods. So I'm not just like randomly throwing bullshit in there to fill my macros. I'm just swapping out different fruits. So like instead of pineapple or instead of berries, I'm using pineapple. Instead of Pride Foods rice and grinds, I'm using bowl of gains. Again, cream of rice. This one does have a little bit more dietary fat and a little bit of dietary fiber, but calorically it's pretty close to the same. And I account for all of that stuff anyways. So that's where we're at. So that is what bowl of gains should look like when it's cooked. So it looks like a brownie. That's how I like it. It's like, I know I have it. Let's go find my wife. There she is. Hi, Axel. Hey, buddy. Hi, beautiful. It's a mic. So one of the foods right now is kiwi as far as fruit goes. A little different from my diet that you'll see in comparison to probably a lot of bodybuilders is I do a ton of fruit. So a lot of my meals have fruit in them, vitamins, minerals. So a little bit different, not your typical chicken, broccoli, rice bullshit that most bodybuilders are eating all the time. We need Greek yogurt, we need orange juice. Make a list so I don't forget. Orange juice is in the freezer or fridge area. Pineapple. But I think we'll probably do frozen pineapple because I think, oh no, they got some fresh ones. Hey, you want to grab two pineapples? That's fine. You guys both get them.
Your kids on a meal plan?
No. So my wife is a really good cook, so she bakes it or makes everything at home. So she basically cooks up everything, but it's all whole food. Yep.
How old is she?
She is, what month are we in? August? She's 8 months. 8 months, huh? You're born in December.
What's her name?
Eliana. She is kind of our blessing baby. So for 3 years after we had Brooks, we're trying to have kids and ended up having a couple of miscarriages in that process too. When we decided to name her, twofold here. Number one, my wife's nickname is Ellie Mae when she drinks because she gets kind of twangy and kind of a southern accent, so we call her Ellie Mae. And we thought of Ellie, and then I ended up just randomly looking online at the name Eliana, and Eliana actually means God answers. So it actually worked out perfectly. So she was kind of like the answer to our prayers as far as our last kid, and then also a girl, which is what we wanted. So I need to actually get an eye exam done.
Yeah, totally. Is there a day that works best for you?
Whenever you guys have open.
Right now?
Yeah.
If you have it open right now, I would take it right now.
All
I'll go ahead and fill that out. We'll get
Yeah,
you taken care of, man.
perfect. That was easy enough.
right. Yeah. Perfect. We're gonna move on to this big machine right here.
It checks the pressure in your eye.
This machine takes a picture of the back. There you go. Perfect. All right, and the doctor will see you right back in here.
Awesome. Quick and easy. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had contact, so it's kind of nice to actually have contact skin.
There's that.
Awesome.
And you're good to go.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your YouTube.
I appreciate it.
If you want to watch, look up Nick Langer on YouTube.
All right, guys. Workout done, obviously. Grocery haul's done for the most part. The only other thing would be the meat that I get, but that's going to be at the Mercado, which is a completely separate place. And that's just beef. So I get my beef there. It's grass-fed, grass-finished. So I'll go there and pick that up after this. But outside of that, met the family, saw the groceries for the day, saw the workout for the day, and that's all I got for you today. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll see where we're at come 7 weeks out. I just want you to say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.